This is the Tom Che Show. It's not the Che Tom Show. It is my favorite show because it is my show. This is the Tom Che Show. It's not the Che Tom Show. It is my favorite show because it is my show.
What is up, Tom P. Willis? How are you today?
Good, Jay. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm freezing to death. It's April 21st. I live in Kentucky. It snowed today. I don't know if I remember a later snow than April 21st, but man, I didn't want to turn my heat back on. So I just been like chilling to the bone all day here. But,
bundling up. Yeah. Make sure you keep warm.
I'm doing good. Anything going on?
Yeah.
With you?
The only month I've never had it snow to my memory in Colorado was August. I've had July and everything else, June, but never August to my memory anyways. So it's nothing out of the usual for us, but yeah, these other states getting hit up, kind of because I think everyone's ready to go.
I know that's one of the things.
Snow and they swept Houston. How cool is that? Yes, Rockies went 2 in a row.
Oh wow! You know what? I haven't watched. I don't know what the Reds have done the last 2 or 3 games. I don't know what anything that's happening in NBA this week. I've just not watched sports this week, and we're a sports card show, so I'm really prepared. I did my prep work.
Oh, Ollie's making
it. No, Olive. That's her first appearance on the show.
Come here. Yeah, a guy was walking by, so of course he wanted to freak out. Hey, you want to come say hi? Come here. Oh.
Hey, Olive.
Say, you gonna be good and not bark? You gonna be good and not bark?
That's our first guest. This is episode 4, and that is our first guest.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, guys. 1910. Wow, history making.
All right, so first things first. Last week we ended talking about our fundraiser. I want to start off this week talking about the fundraiser. We had a really good couple of days. And if you guys don't know, if you're watching this, Tom and I are doing a fundraiser for the Jed Foundation. That's a charity that supports mental health awareness and suicide prevention in young adults and teenagers. So we decided we would try to raise a couple $1,000s for this charity. So we're going to be going all the way through May 23rd with different events. We've got some big auctions planned the week of May 9th through May 16th, and then some bigger ones planned May 16th through May 23rd. We'll do those on Twitter and on eBay. Start them on Sunday night, end them on Sunday night. That's the best time to end auctions. So we got some big stuff planned at the end. So we think that's where the bulk of our money is going to come from. But we went ahead and created our fundraiser page. It is linked in the show description. So if you're watching the show, just open the description. There's a link to our fundraiser page. So we opened it up. What was it, Tom? Friday night, Saturday, sometime around there. Yeah. And just said, hey, here it is. Any money that we raise throughout this whole thing, we don't want you to send us the money. We want you, like if I'm selling you something, go to the link, donate. I'll get the email that says you donated. And then once I see that you donated, I'll send you the product. So that money's never coming to me. The only exception will be with the eBay auction that Tom does, which he's got to do an eBay auction for that because that's what started this whole thing. Was Lauren Taylor Lauren Taylor from Project 70, Topps artist, asked Tom to sell one of her cards on eBay with his famous style of listing cards on eBay. So that one's got to. But other than that, we want all monies that are sent to go through that link and not sent to us. So we started that link just to be prepared. And I thought, well, the first night or two, we didn't get a whole lot of action on it. So I thought, well, let's kickstart this thing, get it rolling. So I put up that I would do the Blake Jameson autographed Mike Trout card. And at the time we were at $97. And I said, when we get to $300, I'll give this thing away to somebody who has donated $10 or more. So if you donate $10 or more, when we get to 300, I'll give it away. And we got to 300 last night. I think it was 5 days in, or 5 days in. We're
Yeah,
now at
that's pretty quick.
$331 donated. So I was super, super happy to see that. We had a couple of really generous donations. We had some anonymous donations, and we had one guy says, "I'm not even really wanting to win the card, but here's $100 because that's important to me." So
Yeah.
super, super cool. Congratulations to Kimmy J. If you're on Twitter, you know Kimmy J, her and Jeffrey. Really Jeffrey's the one who won this card, but Kim J. Flanders was the winner of the Blake Jameson. So congratulations to Kim. So I just realized, Tom, role reversal. I'm doing all the talking. So
it's good. Get it out, man.
No, but go ahead. You got anything you
want
to add
to
on that?
Thing. 1 in 12, 1 in 13 chance, something like that to win.
Yeah.
The randomization, shows crazy. Underdog story out of the blue, coming from behind. We've got more stuff like that coming. We want to make this, we don't want to, because ripping for the cure, we don't want to step on anybody's toes. And, Smash said on the Around the Hobby show, like, ain't nobody stepping on nobody's toes. And I donated to that a while ago. Eric Hecker asked for some donations, and I donated like $10 or something. I don't have a huge budget for cards, and there's Olive again, cards and stuff like that. But I try to help out with racks. I save a little bit of that back. And then, sorry, let me go shut her up.
All right. Well, he's going to do that. Like I said, if you happen to be watching this for the first time or you're unfamiliar with what we're doing, our next item that I'm going to do all my items via Twitter. Tom's going to do his on eBay, but generous people in this hobby have donated to us. I donated that Blake Jameson card. That was my contribution to it to get us started. But my friend Jen, who's not watching yet, but I think she'll be on soon, and she'll definitely watch it on replay. She donated a Prism hanger. Hangers are bangers, and this is one of the hottest products in the hobby right now. So we've got one of those that we're gonna do a little something with. My guy at Kentucky Cards, Jimmy, one of the absolute best dudes in the hobby, donated this fire Tyson Beck, autographed by Tyler Hero, number 10 out of 15. There's only 15 of these things. It's the foil. Tyler Hero autographed it. This is and he just handed it to me. I was talking to him about what we were doing. He's worked with children in the past. He was the director of a children's home. Hey, Jen. Yeah, Jen's watching. She just hadn't commented yet.
Hi, Jen.
But I was talking to him about, the charity we chose, the Jed Foundation. And I just wanted to make sure that we were on the right path with who we were going to donate to. And he's like, I can make some phone calls. Like, I'll definitely check them out for you. And then he's like, let me help. And he walks to the back and he comes back and hands me that. That is going to bring quite a bit of money to us. So I'm super excited. I think we are, I don't want to jinx it, but I think we're well on our way to getting that goal. And when I made that goal, I was a little thinking I might be, jumping the shark here. I might be going a little high, but I wanted to make it attainable, but yet not just, I want to make it challenging as well. So $2,000 is our goal. We've got till May 23rd. Except 2 people reached out to me today, said, hey, can I send you this card? Can I send you some stuff? So people are still donating items. Maybe you don't have cash to donate, and we understand that. But, every little bit helps, whether you're going to donate $1, $2, or you got a card that you'd like to donate to us. It's not going to us. It's going to the kids. So,
yeah.
Tom, you stepped away and I kind of started talking. So
I was, she's just going nuts. There's people walking around getting food deliveries, so she's going to bark and try to protect her mom and me. We wanted to extend this for a while because Rip It for the Cure, great cause. We don't want to step on their toes. And like I said, Smash said, you're not stepping on our toes, man. We love you guys. Cheap Fun Breaks, his daughter died, so he's doing the children's hospital stuff, and a lot of people are donating to that. So there's all these things are going on. Hobby Twitter never stops giving. With racks, with charity work, I've talked to people and they're like, hey, I can't do anything because I'm setting up my own fundraiser for my own project in, next month. And it's like, hey, man, that's cool. Let me know. And if I can help you out then, I'll help you out then. So that's why it's long, because we wanted to give time for people to, hey, yeah, we'll send you some stuff. And, the mail, it takes forever sometimes. It takes a couple weeks. Sometimes it takes 2 days. Che got it for me in 2 days. I think IT guy, Garrett, is waiting for his. It's still stuck in Denver. So same day mail. But anyways, I do have one request, though. Decoys. People have decoys in their collection. Draw a foot. Draw a guy with a Snoopy hat. Draw a Che. Draw something that revolves. Draw Che's logo. Draw something.
There you go.
And send it to me, so we can do that with my foot auction with the judge card. Because
I got one.
Yeah, just art. This is to praise an artist and to show appreciation for her. For appreciating my humor. So let's get some art going. I'm probably gonna get I got a stack of these. I'm gonna have my brother probably have his daughters draw something silly, so I can get that and include it. Because I'm wearing a Snoopy head. It's supposed to be fun and silly. I'm doing an auction with my foot and silly, but also for a good cause. So if you can't give, or you've given to other things, just, draw a picture, put it in a sleeve, and, plain white envelope it for $1. And, that would help us out, because that would create this community feeling, that I'm kind of, want. I just, I want everyone to be involved. I don't want it to just be about, Che, myself, and Lauren Taylor. I want everyone to, help out and, get, just get that feeling going. So, all.
Speaking of Lauren, we're waiting, and there's a good reason. She's working with Terrell Owens right now. And if you haven't seen the Terrell Owens NFT that she released last night on his 81 gallery, go to, she's got it on ltillustrations.com. You can go to Terrell Owens' Twitter. He's linked it everywhere. It was beautiful, man. My goodness, it was beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
But she's got a little bit on her plate. So we don't have the list of prints that will be available to choose from. What she's doing is she's donating one of her prints that she assigned, and the artist and the athlete is signed as well. And she's making one of those available to us, no charge, to put in this auction. And all the proceeds going to the Jed Foundation. But she said, you know what? I'm not just going to give this Terrell Owens or this Mike Trout or Aaron Judge or whoever. I'll make like multiple available, and then the winning bidder can pick their favorite among those. We don't know
that list,
what those are going to be. Hopefully, I'm sure we'll get it by May 16th when that auction. That'll be the granddaddy finale. Sorry, Tom, I know your foot one is big time too. It's big time too. But that's our big thing. So we've rambled on for about 15 minutes on our fundraiser. So let's kind of move on. We're a hobby show talking about this hobby. So 3 weeks in a row now, we're going to lead off the news of the week with Topps. They had a day yesterday. NFTs, they're coming. The NFT train is on the tracks and it's picking up steam. Everybody knows how I like to collect. I'm never going to give up my older cards. I am never going to be the one that says I'm exclusively NFT. But at the same time, I'm not the one that's yelling at the clouds and then yelling at the kids to get off my lawn and saying, that's stupid. That's stupid. I want to learn about it. And if it's new in the hobby, I'm not just going to shove it away and just give it no credence. I want to kind of mix things up. So I decided that I would try to buy some of the Topps NFTs that were launched yesterday. And Tom, you did too. How did your experience go?
Oh, terrible. I'm used to
That's terrible. That's terrible.
I'm used to not getting any NFTs. Top Shot's been letting me down consistently, which there's a pack drop tomorrow. I don't know if you got the email. It's a $100 pack. Yeah. But I tried, and you were texting me or chatting with me like, "Hey, what's going on? It's not working." And I was like, "I know, it's just like crashed." And then they pushed it, and which Top Shot does too. And it was just like so frustrating. I was just like, at that point, I was like, if it's frustrating, it's not fun, and this is supposed to be fun. So I just closed my laptop and I spent time with my wife. We watched, some TV together. Some Impractical Jokers, get the smiles going. It was a tough experience. If you try to buy anything with Topps, you know how terrible it is to try to get anything. The bots, the site goes down. It's kind of crazy. But what I want to know is, because this is so different, this is decentralized, not like Top Shot, which is centralized. What I want to know is, I had a little bit of experience because I had the Garbage Pail Kids and had someone donate a couple other wax NFTs to me. Che, how did this experience feel to you, as it's new and not the same old NFT buying experience you had before?
Jen, you're still watching. You can tell the chat how it felt to me. I was on the phone with Jen when I was trying to buy. It was the most cumbersome and frustrating experience I've ever had trying to buy anything online. Top Shot can be frustrating when you get in the queue, and that works smooth. And then you see your number and you're like, oh my God, I'm number 243,000 and they're giving away 25, they're selling 2,500 packs. That's frustrating. But just the constant error messages, and you click and I sent you a bunch of screenshots. I took a bunch of screenshots. I was one or two attempts away from giving up, because not only, so when you clicked that you wanted to buy, there was a form you had to fill out with your email address and your name and your address. And you had to, I had mine saved. It was auto-populating. Thank goodness. But, you have to type all that
error,
stuff.
A line error that everyone was getting. And then I was just done. I don't care.
Yeah. And no, so I was one or two attempts away from giving up. And then finally it went through, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. It went through. So I pay, and I bought one premium pack and 3 base packs. So, and then all of a sudden after I pay, I get another error message that says link expired. And I'm like, it just took my money. And now it does, so it was very, very frustrating. But let me, if you're watching, and I think it'll get better. That was their first time. Their first time. They used Wax, which was an external platform, and they're having to tie into Wax, which Top Shot and Top Shot. How many pack drops have been delayed because they had issues? So
a lot.
Everyone,
they've never done a drop on time.
Yeah, so it happens.
Or two.
But if you're interested in this, and we're not trying to just say it's awful, don't try it. That was the first try. But like Tom said, if it's not fun, I'm not going to do it. So they need to get it improved, and they need to work on things. But if you kind of want to take a look at it and you don't know what it's about and you want to give it a chance or just kind of see what it's about, and you didn't get in yesterday, I'm going to show you a little bit about what the look and the feel of how this works are. So the first thing you do is you're going to go to the toppsmlb.com, which is what you see on my screen in front of you. And this is kind of your home base. Okay. This is where you can purchase and click the links to get to the platforms that you need to, if you want to sell or do something like that. This is not where your moments will be held. And that's different than Top Shot. And Tom mentioned that this is a decentralized platform. So this is where you go to make your purchases and to jump off to other platforms. So you can see here, it says you can open your packs, you can shop. That's where you would go to buy your new packs. Marketplace is where you would go to sell. Crafting is pretty cool, just like Topps Bunt. If you have 3 or 4 moments, that they'll have a pack that's available only if you, kind of like the missions on Top Shot. If you get these 5 cards, you can submit those, and we'll give you a new pack that's an exclusive pack that's more limited. That's what crafting is. And then there's all collectibles, and then you can see your own collection. So from there, you've got your, and I'll have to stop this and share a different screen. You've got your wax, and Tom, while I'm getting the wax up, I want to talk about the wax platform because you're better at talking about it than me.
Well, the wax, there's a lot of wallets. Top Shot has its own wallet built in, kind of. That's why it's not decentralized. Top Shot is its own platform. Wax is a wallet, and there's a whole bunch of different companies and products that use wax as the base. So, like Shay said, wax is where it's going to be. So you need to get used to your wax wallet, how that works. And this is just a good idea just to know how to do this, because this is how NFTs are. If you use the Ethereum cryptocurrency, that'll like Terrell Owens that we mentioned, his stuff's on the Ethereum OpenSea or whatever, Rarible. That's Ethereum. It's a higher, more expensive platform, and it has those gas fees. So to do a transaction, you have to pay someone to mine it. Wax, you can't buy the wax currency in the United States. You have to buy, through a third party site. It's not sketchy or anything, but you just have to, then you transfer it over to your wallet. So it's a little more cumbersome, but you got to get used to this wallet idea and how it works. I'm not saying jump in and do it now, but the more familiar you are with this, even if you're not going to buy NFTs, just if you want to know about it, this is the stuff you want to know, because look at all these things Chase showing, that all of these are tied in. And, the Atari one, they have video game packs. You could get your Pitfall cover, and I could trade a Mike Trout for a Pitfall. You could sell them next to each other, side by side on the same marketplace. That's what that decentralized means, is that Topps doesn't own it. It's out here. It's in your wax wallet. And as wax is around, you'll have that card. Even if Topps loses its MLB license, all of that happens, you will still have that card. You'll still have your Angels, Mike Trout, NFT, Series 1 card in your wallet. So that's you really need to get familiar with the wallets, because, and unfortunately, each cryptocurrency, wax is a cryptocurrency. That's the foundation for this. And actually, because of Topps yesterday, it went up like 22% in value.
Yeah, it's crazy right now as we're doing this. Wax is worth about 5 wax is worth about $1. So one wax token is about 20 cents. But as the wax value goes up and down on the market, if you're looking at your moments, you can see the value of them. The dollar value changes. So I'll show you that in a minute, but it's pretty cool. So this wallet is tied in with the actual value of wax. So as wax goes up or goes down, you can see the estimated value of your moment kind of changes as well. And you did mention Ethereum right here. I don't know if you can see where my pointer is. There's an Ethereum bridge on your wax wallet. So it's very easy to convert these wax. And by the way, when we open this, I've sold something since we're here.
Yeah, I went up like 15 wax.
Yeah. So I don't have a lot for sale. I want to hold them. I think I want to do a long-term hold on these, but I was selling some of my high number, just common card guys. Yeah. But there's an Ethereum bridge right here. You can convert that wax over to Ethereum, and we all know that Ethereum, what it's doing right now. So let me stop this. I'll show. Yeah, let me get back here. I'm going to show what the actual collection looks like, what your collection would look like once you get them, and what these cards, if you would, what they are. So I believe it's this tab right here.
Is really friendly to me. It's a little kind of janky looking, but once you get the hang of it, it's like you could do a set buy it now price for wax. You could do a 1-7, however many day auction. I have a 1-day auction ending soon. I've kind of followed Ivan's footsteps. I was like, hey, why not? Let me throw my Slam Diego Gold up there for a 1-day auction. I might get like 3 wax, whatever. And then I have some 7-day auctions on some gold rookies that I got that are, 3 digits, not too bad numbered, but just for, cards that I was just like, hey, let's get into this because, there's other stuff on here I like. If I could sell a couple baseball cards, I'm going to go look at that Atari and I want to see what's 2,600 covers I might be able to buy and add that to my collection, because then that's memories to me. So all right, I'm done with that. I'll let Shay talk about the what he's got going on here.
Yeah. So when you click my collection, this is kind of what comes up. It'll show you. I don't know where I got that wax from. It says it only sold 10.35, and I've got 16 in there. So, but anyway, here's the cards I pulled. And what if you're familiar with how Top Shot worked, the lower number the serial number is, the better. So like this Sonny Gray, he's not a star, but if I click on this, there were 70 of that moment minted. And I got mint number 14. So I got a pretty low serial number. There's only 70 of those in the world, and I've got one of them, and it's number 14. But the Shane Bieber, let's do this one. So it's number 23 out of 170. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I can gift this. I can send it to Tom right now. I can put it up for trade. I can bundle it, which you can't do on Top Shot, which I like. So, I've got a Paul Goldschmidt here, numbered 46 of 76. 46 is his jersey number. On Top Shot, that made a difference. I don't know if it's going to make a difference on Tops or not. But other than number
it's a card
one,
collector, so yeah.
Yeah, the jersey number is the most important number you can get. So that might be the second best Paul Goldschmidt out there. But if I wanted to bundle it, I could go down here and say, oh, there's a Paul Goldschmidt base. Let me tie those two together and sell them as a bundle. And then when you go to list, this is what I was talking about. So you go to create a listing. It's going to show you the last few sales right here. So I can look, one of these sold for 250 wax earlier today. It was mint number 54. That 250 wax was $51.53. Right after it launched, one of them sold for 950 wax. So you can see the sales history. It'll give you a suggested price of what to sell it for. It says they suggest selling it at 250. That you never go by that. Right now, the lowest market listing is 349 wax. And then if I go, and here's the page I was talking about, Tom, as wax updates in the real world, like this 7193 right here will change. I mean, it changes instantly. So it'll tell you, if I'm selling this for 500 wax, what's that convert to in dollars? It updates real time. So then we just go through here. And if I wanted to list this one for 500 wax, I just list it there. It would tell me that after the collection fee and the marketplace fee, that I would get 450 in my wallet, and I would get $92.70. So that's
He's not bad.
Yep.
So
that's what it looks like. This is where your moments would be held. This is where you could trade them. You could buy them. You can sell them. So we just wanted to give you kind of a peek inside of how it looked in case you were interested, or, you didn't know whether you wanted to try it or not. I think it's a little different than Top Shot. It's because there's so many more baseball players. So you're going to get a lot more commons than you would in the basketball Top Shot. But I'm going to hold on to these. I got some Alec Bombs. I got a couple of Fernando Tatis. I got my guy, Tyler Stevenson in a gold. Got a lot of low number cards. I mean, number, 14, 23, 36. I would never get those in Top Shot. So it's kind of fun. But
yeah,
that's that part is fun. Purchasing the pack was not fun. I will say that. It was not a fun experience, and they're going to need to make that different in order to keep people wanting to do this,
And that's what's, hurting Top Shot too, is people can't get packs. They want to collect this stuff. No, they want to flip this stuff, but you still need people to collect, and you got to have stuff available, and it's got to be streamlined and simple when you buy it. If it's just Topps needs to update. If they're going to be like, hey, we're in this NFT thing for real. This, we went public because this is what we want to invest in. You need to update your website. I need to stop being robot checked 5 times to buy one Project 70 card. I need to not have the bots buy out everything that you put up for sale instantly before I have a chance to add it to my cart. I need your page to stop crashing all the time in the middle of a transaction. You need to get your traffic handled, man.
Right.
You didn't expect all the Top Shot people and NFT, flippers to come over and try to, cash in on this, you're crazy, because that's all people are doing right now. They're trading nudes for NFTs. They're trading for NFTs, and they don't want the NFT. Well, some of them are in the long-term, like diamond hands. This is going to be Bitcoin one day. That's such a small percentage of the NFT people right now. Most everyone is like, I'm going to flip it and cash out. So that's what people are doing right now. So it's a craze. Expect the crazy. But I have a Wax wallet. Wax is cheap. I sold. I got 2 Clayton Kershaws on opening day. I sold one for like 30 wax. So I had some wax to play with, and list some stuff and buy some stuff. So that's how I got my first wax currencies. So I like the platform. You don't have to pay the gas fees. Wax is like 20 cents a token, and it's not $2,800 a token like Ethereum.
Yeah. There are no gas fees, but you are limited in the amount of RAM that you're allowed to use on the blockchain, and I had to buy more RAM today. Now, it cost me 20 cents. It cost me 1 wax token.
Okay.
And I went from being able to, I was trying to list my 3rd card for sale. I ended up putting like 5 cards for sale, 5 moments for sale. And I tried to list my 3rd one, and it said, you're out of RAM. And I was like, what? So I had to go to, man, all this NFT craze has taught me a lot, between you and Google and watching Blake Jameson. I kind of feel like I'm for the best I can, keeping up with
water.
Yeah. Trading water. Yeah.
We can do okay.
I found out, okay, I've got to buy more RAM. And I went, and quite literally it cost me 1 token, and it's freed up enough RAM that I don't think I'll ever use that much for what because I'm not going to be listing hundreds or dozens at a time. I'm just going to list a few here or there. But so there are no gas fees. There are potential costs in having to kind of up your RAM. So you mentioned a second ago, Project 70.
Yes.
Topps website, Project 70. I bought so much less of it. I've only bought 2 cards so far. I actually like it a lot better than I did Project 2020, but I'm committed to not spending money. And I know if I get caught up in this thing, I'm going to spend a lot of money. But so many people were disappointed at the beginning of Project 70 because they said Topps promised we're not going to do a Project 2021. And here they are. They're doing it. They just renamed it. This sucks. This is stupid. They want to crap on the design and all that. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Plain and simple. If you don't like it, just pass on it. It's not hurting you. It's not hurting the hobby. And in fact, it's helping the hobby because it gives people like Tom the ability to actually buy a card, because you can't go to Walmart. You can't go to Walmart and buy a card. I don't know if there's a Target around you, but you can't go there and buy cards. It's a way that you try to do, Top Shots just because it was something you could do. Now you can't buy one of those because there's 300,000 people in line. You can't buy the Topps NFT because the site crashed 80 million times yesterday, but you can always buy those. So I hope they do it again. I hope they find something new in 2022 to do to give people more options. What are your thoughts on that, Tom?
That's what I said yesterday. And my history with Top Shot was, I thought it was silly. And then I was like, you know what? Hey, I'll give it a try. And I was like, hey, this is kind of cool. I can collect this. $9 a pack every now and then. I'm not going to go crazy. I want some Denver Nuggets. Cool. And then it gets ruined by the greedy hobby. Topps yesterday, hey, I could buy these and do it and collect what I like and, flip some stuff and go to buy other NFTs I like. Maybe I want some more Garbage Pail Kids or Atari thing. Greedy hobby ruined it. But that's the thing about Project 70 is if you like the card, the greedy hobby can't ruin it for you because you'll get your card. Project 2020, the greedy hobby ruined it for people, but those people were trying to make money. So if you like the Project 2020 cards, you didn't care that the Griffey was 90,000. You didn't care that 50,000, whatever Nolan Ryan sold. You got your one card of the guy that you liked. And I know a lot of people are out on Project 2020 or underneath, but it's that greedy side of the hobby. And I understand that you're going to sell stuff in the hobby. I am not against that. And, you open a box and you get a card that's not your PC or not something you collect, yeah, you sell that so you can buy stuff that you like, or, you know, keep chasing whatever you're chasing, that thrill. But that's what I like about Project 70. I bought 2 Project 70 cards last week. I brought Distorted Crucker, you know, Fat Boy Project 70 Summer, you know, got the mullet, got the cheesesteak, got them husky pants on. I loved it. Finally got one of her cards. It was a player that I liked growing up. I don't have a big budget. I'm not poor, but my budget for my hobby is, you know, it's what it is, because that's all that, you know, my wife and I can spend on stuff like that. You know, she has clothes budget, you know, just expenditures, fun stuff. We don't go to the movies anymore. So, you know, my card budget went up a little more. And that's when I got more active with the pandemic. You know, we didn't go out to eat and go to movies as much. Everything, you get HBO, you get a lot of movies you want to watch anyways. So that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I like these. And I also bought the Party, Brian Hayes, the monsters, because you know, I'm collecting all 20 of his, because I want the little certificate at the end of achievement that said you bought all 20 of his cards from Topps. Same with Keith Shore. That was the one I bought last before all this. But the thing with Project 70 is, yeah, you get, if you like a player, you like a team, well, hopefully, you know, you'll see something that you like every now and then. It is the Dodgers and Yankees show, the 2 biggest markets, 2 oldest, like, huge fan bases. Of course, those guys are going to get a lot of cards made. Topps told them, like, hey, here's a list of players you can do. Pick from this list. The artists get paid for each card that they sell, so they want popular players. So you can't hate on them for that. And then Topps also was like, hey, these are the first 3 you're going to make for us off your list. So that's why you're seeing what you're seeing. You know, they push some popular stuff to get this thing going. Now you're seeing the more creativity, you know, parts of it come on. We saw some Dick Allen, you know, Manuel, you know, we're seeing John Kruk, you know, we're seeing these guys that are finally, you're like, hey, this is different. This is cool. Max Scherzer, you know, he's a big player, but he's not a huge collectible player. You know, his Teen Wolf, Keith Shore, you know, like, we're starting to see the fun come out. We're starting to see people's creativity, like, oh, okay, I saw what he did with his Acuna, you know, Party's Acuna. He stepped the game up. And I saw Distorted. She was like, all right, so that's how it's going to be. I know what I'm going to have to push for. You know, like, you set the bar here. And, okay, now we're comfortable with this and we're seeing what people like. You know, we're going to push ourselves. And that's what I love, because we're going to see the artists really reach for those, you know, sales based on, you know, the cards that people like. And to me, so far, those are the weird, cartoony, fun cards. So hopefully I'm going to start seeing some more of those. And I know that's not for everybody, and people are going to hate it no matter what. But just don't buy it. It doesn't hurt you that a John Kruk Project 70 card got made. You know, and we all have our own stupid players. Yes, I want to see a Larry Walker card, but who cares about Larry Walker? You love, if Eric Davis got a card, I mean, that would blow your mind. But, you know, he has a fan base, but he's not widely collected. So just keep that in mind, people, that you might see just maybe 1 or 2 cards that really hit for you. I would just buy them. Yeah, $20 is expensive, but you asked me if there's any Targets around me or Walmarts. In like 20 minutes, I can hit up 5 Walmarts and like 6 Targets. All around, like, no problem. Never have cards. So I have the local nearest card shop, they're closed. So you have to call in ahead of time. But they don't sell packs. And I'm a pack guy. I'm like, hey, can I get, you know, like 3 Bowman Chrome packs, you know, spend $20, $30, well, whatever it would be now. But they're like, no, because of COVID, we're not breaking up boxes, so you can only buy a box. Well, I'm not buying a $400, $500, $1,900.
Yeah,
so
hobby packs are.
If hobby wasn't so crazy, retail wouldn't be so crazy. So it's just all a snowball. And
well, it's a snowball, yeah. And if retail weren't so crazy, hobby wouldn't be so crazy. I was on around the hobby last night with Chris, and he asked, you know, if hobby was being impacted by retail, if retail product was destroying the hobby product. And I think he meant, or is being able to get good stuff in retail, keeping people from buying the hobby packs and stuff. And I was like, but I was like, man, more than anything, it's the fact that people are camping out, just to flip, and they're driving the price of retail up so high that you can't, I mean, nobody's going to sell hobby for less than retail when hobby's got so much better product in it. So that now the hobby, you know, them and then blowout cards, and I won't even talk about blowout cards. I mean, it's crazy. So if you wonder why two guys like us who, we're not flippers, we're both balling on a budget, why we're trying Top Shot or why we're trying Topps NFT or why we're buying Project 2020 or Project 70. That's it, man. We just love to collect. We love to get new stuff, and you can't. So you got to find new ways. You got to adapt. So many people are just quitting. They're saying, "I've quit. I'm out of this hobby." I don't want to be out of the hobby, man. I love this community. It's been so great for me. And that's the next thing I was going to talk about. I didn't even mean to do this segue, but I did a really good segue.
Yeah, you did.
This community, I've said it before. It might've been on here. It might've been on Chris's show. I think it was on, Cardboard.
Which you won last night. You need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Champion.
Yeah. I think he claimed I was in third place and that he did that on my final answer. I'm pretty sure that he probably wanted me to be able to talk about our fundraiser. So he probably just found a way to make me the winner so I could talk about the fundraiser. But
nah, you just dropping knowledge on people and schooled them at the last minute. You're probably you just want to show favoritism. That's all.
I was just no, I was just going to say this hobby. And when I say this hobby, I mean Twitter and collecting, because Twitter and the community that I've surrounded myself with have now become interwoven with the collecting of cards. And I consider that part of the hobby as well. This hobby would not be nearly as fun if it weren't for, if I pull, a card like I pull and I share it with my hobby friends, I get the reaction that they get it. They, if I were to share it with, my dad or some of my coworkers, no offense, those of you watching, I do have some former coworkers watching, but they just won't get it like you would get it or like Chris would get it, in the reaction. So having said that, I won't go into the big, long story of why I'm a huge Ferguson Jenkins fan, but Fergie Jenkins is a daggone baseball Hall of Famer. One of the best players to ever put on a baseball uniform. First Canadian-born player to ever be inducted into the Hall of Fame. He's just, he's a legend. He's an icon.
Yeah, big time.
And he's on Twitter, and he's really good on Twitter. He's like the Blake Jameson of former legendary players on Twitter. Yeah. He knows how to interact with the fans. He's got a self-deprecating humor. He gets it. So I followed him for a little while, and occasionally I'll post something and he'll like my tweet, and I'm just like, I just get giddy. I'm like a little school kid, right? But I recently decided I would start collecting a lot of his old cards. I wanted to get all of the Fergie Jenkins cards that he ever had with Topps. And I'm really close to getting it because they're affordable. That I can buy $3 for this card, $6 for that card. His rookie I could probably get for $30 or $40. I'm just looking for it in really good shape. But he was doing a giveaway where he's autographed an Allen and Ginter card that's set to come out later this year, but it's not even out yet. You can't buy it. The packs aren't out. And he was doing a giveaway for one of those cards. And I'm driving the other day. I'm driving to pick my kids up from school. And I stopped the car. I'm waiting because I pulled in front of the school and I'm waiting on them to come out. So I pull out my phone and I open it up. And man, my notifications, I just got blown up. And I'm like, all right, one or two things are happening. Ivan's tagged me in something, or I got tagged in one of those tweets where name the 15 people you would follow, and then everybody starts replying back, and you get 70 notifications within a couple minutes. So I opened up my phone and I see, I'll just share it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I was excited. I saw it and freaked out.
Yeah. So see this. Fergie Jenkins puts, here's the picture that you can see. Can you see the screen? I haven't gone back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there's the picture of the card he's giving away. Beautiful autograph. You can actually read the writing, unlike some of the newer autographs. I mean, you can clearly see it says Ferguson Jenkins. And then I see this. Congrats at EN Sports Cards 1. You can add this card to your collection. I was like, that's crazy. That's awesome. That's amazing. I'm getting this card. I'm not buying it off eBay. I'm not getting it given to me by you, Tom, which would be great, but it's coming from the man himself. And I love the part where he said, you can add this card to your collection. So he knew I had the collection,
Yeah.
But then on top of that, man, the replies and the responses and the retweets and the comments that I got from just people that I follow or I knew followed me, but I don't interact with very much. But people just saying like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing. That is where the card belongs. You picked the right person.
Pick the right person. Absolutely.
I yelped when I saw this. I got excited when I saw this. Chris said he peed a little when he saw it. So many people were just saying, I love this. This is great. This is where it should have been. This is where it should have went. And I thought, what's the definition of having a friend? A friend is somebody who derives joy and gets joy from seeing something good happen to you. And there was no, what about me? Or must be nice. It was just so many people were truly happy for me. And it was coming through, man. That made my day almost as much as getting that card from Fergie. So my week, I think since our last show, Rod Carew joined Twitter. He follows 100 people. I'm one of the 100. Yeah. I was like, Rod Carew. I mean, if you saw this room, I mean,
yeah. It legit seems like him because you see.
Yeah. He's got, it's rodcarew.com. He's interacting with other, he's building up. His followers are going through the roof.
I wonder if he and Fergie got together and were like, hey, man, let's do that.
If they ever got together and did a giveaway, I would be, my goodness.
But see, this is what's cool. Like the blockchain and NFTs, you can see all the previous owners of the NFT. So like if I do an NFT, you could be like, hey, who wants to buy an NFT that was owned by Tom P. Willis? And
absolutely.
That card straight from his hand, his collection to your collection. That is the craziest thing. It's an uncirculated card. Yeah. If you're into coins, how uncirculated coins are such a big deal. It's not in the circulation, and it went from his hands, the player's hands, to your hands. That if I got a card like that, that would be like the most prized card in my entire collection.
Yeah, it will be. It'll be right up there.
And I know you feel the same way. So it's like that's why everyone is like, I mean, Che, you are like the nicest guy on Twitter. You're all,
I try to be. I try to be positive and just to. Jen's watching this, and Matt is too. I try to be very intentional when I'm on Twitter, and they're both laughing right now when I said that, but they know what I mean. No, I'm very intentional on how I Twitter, because I want my Twitter experience to be a certain way, and I'm a big believer in karma. I'm a big believer in reaping what you sow, and I want people to treat me well, so I try to treat other people well. So, man, that's all I got. I just looked at the clock. Oh, go ahead.
The reaping what you sow, that's from the Bible. That's the Bible, Jesus Bible karma. Just so if everyone's confused about why he said that. It's not just, the Eastern religions that believe in karma.
Yeah.
Religions believe that, what you put out there is what you get back. So I create a goofy, fun persona, and that's what I try to get back. You create a kind, intellectual discussion, let's talk and share persona, and that's what you get back. And and it's just great, and it's great that you got it's so happy for you, because that's all I did. I just quote tweeted and I just put yes. I was so excited, and then I shared it in the cardboard collection on our group immediately, and then everyone freaked out, and then I was just like, where's Che?
I was driving. I didn't know it was happening. It was crazy. It was crazy. But man, I loved it, and thank you for being my friend. I wish I had the Golden Girls theme song uploaded. I'll play that right now. No, but I appreciate the heck out of you, man. I appreciate you coming on here with me. We used to do it every other week. Now we're doing it every week. We're doing good things together. We've got $331 raised so far. We're going to smash that 2,000. I know we're going to. So, as always, man, just appreciate the heck out of you. If you're watching right now, which I know who's watching, I can see who's watching, but if you're watching later, if you choose to watch this on replay, we appreciate you as well. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to listen to us just enjoy each other's company. So yeah, goof around. So that's all I got, Tom. I'm going to say peace and love to everybody. Good night, and see you all next week.
This is the Tom Che Show. It's not the Che Tom Show. It is my favorite show because it is my show.